what I want to do is, because there is a little bit of confusion with some people about how to use RAZ from the student's point of view. So like if I assign something for students to do on RAZ Kids, sometimes the students get a little bit confused about where to go. And also just in general about how to use RAZ Kids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to log in as a student. Okay, does that sound good to people?
Sounds good.
Okay, great. So just let me share my screen. Now, so here we have, so when your child goes to log in, he will come to this screen, okay? Now, I'm going to choose 00891 LISM. That's a student called Adam in my class, and he gave me permission to use his account, okay? So, when your teacher gives you the login details, you will come to this screen, and then you will each be given a symbol and a color. So it'll be easy for your child to identify his or her login details very, very quickly. So for example, Adam would know that his symbol is a red triangle with white all around it. It's instead of having login details. So then he would click on this here, and his password is actually going to be the same as this here. So his password will be 000891 LISM. Okay, because we want to make it as uncomplicated as possible for the students to log in, obviously. So he would click here, and he will put in his password. So it will be 000891 capital LISM. And you would click go. Now, he will come to this is the home screen here, okay? So here we have flight check, reading room, level up, and my assignment, okay? Down the bottom, we have messages, my stats, and star zone. Okay, so we're just gonna go through some of these different features. And if you have any questions, then you can ask any questions that you want, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so here we are. So here we are in the home screen here. So we've got flight check, reading room, level up, and my assignment. Okay, so let's have a look at level up first. So you probably already know that your child has already been assigned a level by the teacher. Okay, so the teacher will assign a level for each child, and then the students will do as much reading as they possibly can in order to level up, to go to the next level. So the level, like say for example, for grade 4, the level is around a Q. So the child should be reading at a Q level. And then according to the child's ability, they will either go up or down as they're reading. Okay? So let's have a look at level up. So here, you can see that this child is on a level K. Okay? Now I want him to end up on a level L. Okay? So he has 46. Okay, if you can just mute your microphone there, and then we will ask questions then at the end. Okay, so here we are. This student is on a level K. Okay? He's got 46 tasks left to get to a level L. So your student can just come into this section here, have a look at all of the different books, and when they have completed all of these tasks, they will move to the next level. Okay? So, for example, they will just choose a book here, okay? So for example, they might choose Anna and the Magic Coat, okay? Here, they can listen to the story. Here, they can read the story. And then here at the end, they will take a little quiz at the end so that we can check comprehension or what the students understand from the story. So here they will check, or they can listen to the story. They could put on headphones and listen to the story, or they can just listen to it on the iPad. Here they will read the story themselves. And then here they will take a little quiz at the end once they have read the story. Okay, the task won't be completed until they have answered a few of the little questions here. Okay, so let's have a look if we can open this here. So if we want to read this story, we would click read. So here's the story here, Anna and the Magic Coat. And they will just click next to go to the next page and so on. So they can just read along here. And if they're using a mouse, or the words will highlight as they read along. Okay? They will just read the page, click next, until they get to the end of the story. Okay? Then when they get to the end of the story, it will become green for where they have read the story, such as this one is already green. And this way here will change to green when they have listened to the story. When the quiz part is ready, it will be highlighted as well. Okay, so here is the quiz section at the end of the story. And for some reason, a lot of students forget to do the quiz section at the end of the story. They just read the book and then skip on to the next book. Okay, but the assignment is not actually finished until the child takes the little quiz at the end. So for example,
Mr. Shane?
Yes?
Sorry, so this means that for the child to move up to the next level, they need to complete all the books in the level up section.
Yes, they will. In order to move, for example, from a K to an L, they will need to complete all of the books that are highlighted in that section.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So just looking at the little quiz section here. So here there are 10 questions that the child will have to take in order to check comprehension. So what did the children play first? Then they will just select an answer. And I haven't actually read this story, so I don't know, but I'll guess. Okay? So I chose 1B. I'll move on to the next one. Now you can actually skip questions here, but they will remain blue until the child goes back to check the answers, okay? So they must complete every question here, otherwise they will just remain blue here, okay? But they can also go back and read the text again to find the answers. Okay, so then for this child, in order to get to level L, he will have to read all of these books in this section. Okay, so that's the level up. That's how the child moves up a level, okay? And that, as a teacher, that's probably one of the more frequent tasks that I will be using. So when I'm using them in class, I will obviously be pushing the children in order to get them to level up, okay? Now, let's have a look at another section. Do we have any questions about the level up section before I move on? Okay, let's go to the My Assignment section. So we will have reading assignments. So we have single assignments, and then there might be more specific assignments that the teacher has asked them to do. Okay, just make sure that your microphone is muted unless we're asking or answering questions. Okay?
Excuse me, you mute your mic, the host.
There we go. Okay. Now, so I am now in the assignment section. Okay, so we've got single assignments, and for 4B today, I have assigned them Hattie in the Attic and Arrows. Okay, so this will then appear in the students' assignment section. Now, I chose these stories because we are learning about similes and metaphors in our English lessons this week. So I thought that book has a lot of similes and metaphors in it, so the students will benefit from reading that book. Okay? And then I chose Arrows because we're doing multiplication in 4B, and I thought that that would be a nice book to complement multiplication, because in it the child goes and solves some multiplication problems. Okay, so that here is the section that if your teacher assigns some books, and your teacher will usually assign books every week, okay, and it's usually to do with the topic that they're learning in class, or more specifically, if your teacher thinks that your child will benefit from reading this book. So this is a very important section here. It's important that you complete these assignments because more often than not, your child will get a lot of benefits from them. Okay, here I had assigned some books then from Forces and Motion, okay? Because these books are connected to the science topic that we are looking at, which is forces. And we were looking at motion today, and we will be moving on then to different types of energy. So I have assigned some books here that I think that the students will find very, very interesting. Okay? That is the assignment section. Now, so we've looked at the level up section and we've looked at the assignment section. Now I'm going to move on to the reading room. Now, the reading room is a very nice place where your child can basically go and read anything that they want, like anything that interests them at all. Okay, which is a lovely section in my opinion, because your child might have specific interests, okay, and if they want to go and find something about those specific interests, they can go and search some books here. So this section really promotes your child's interest in reading, okay, because a lot of the times when we're reading at school, your child might not be reading for pleasure, they might be reading to do research. But here, your child can actually read for pleasure. And if they want to find out maybe more about a fiction series or a non-fiction series, and they can go into the level books section here, where they can go and look for books on their level. Okay, so we'll just go and have a look at level books. Now this is a nice feature here, because your child, like say for example, this child here is on level K. Now, your child can go and select any books from H, I, J, and K. Okay? L, M. So they can go 2 sections above the reading level that the teacher has chosen for them, or the reading level that they're on, and they can go basically 3 levels below the reading level that they're on. So this here gives them a huge big range, okay? They have a very big range here where they can go and read for pleasure on any of these books. Okay, so they can just go and look at all of the different titles here. And the students generally love this section because they will always find a book that they will find interesting in this section here. Now, and also, as they're reading, especially in the reading room, well, not especially in, but when they're in the reading room, the children need to remember that they will also get stars, okay? So they will get stars as they're reading, and I'll explain more about those later on. So they will get stars for reading in the reading room and also in the level up. Now, let's have a look at the flight check. Now this is for maybe, this is actually a new enough feature, and this will be about when your teacher might have a special assignment that they want them to complete. But don't worry too much about this one just yet. If we're going to be using this feature, we will tell you more about this in the future. Okay? Now when we look down here, this is messages. So your teacher might send your student a message, like for example, oh, I think this book might interest you, or you need to complete this assignment, and so on. If your teacher sends you a message, it will appear here. Okay? Here is your statistics. Now, as I was saying, when you are reading, you will be able to gain stars, and you will also be able to gain badges, okay? So, the total amount of stars earned that we have here is 2,530. So this student is 2,530. And actually, this is a lovely feature here as well, because the students get quite competitive with themselves. Like once they start gaining the stars, they'll want to gain more and more, and then hopefully they will be asking you for extra reading time so that they can gain more stars. So this student has 5 stars to spend. Okay, in the badges section. So you will get different badges, okay, when you complete different tasks. So when you listen to your first book, you will get this badge here. So this badge here is quite easy to get, okay? But it's there to motivate, okay? Now, when you complete get stars, so for example, this student has 2,350 stars, and when he gets to 4,000 stars, he will be able to get this badge. When he gets to 8,000, he'll be able to get the treasure hunter one, and so on. So as he moves up the ranks, he will get different badges. This is a nice feature here. So to get this super reader one here, all they have to do is read one book a day for 5 days straight, and then they will get this badge here, which is a lovely badge to get. Okay? Listen to at least one book a day for 5 straight days. So here they can read a book for 5 straight days, but here all they have to do is listen to one book a day for 5 straight days, and they will get the Listen Up badge. So complete 5 100% quizzes in a row, and they get the quiz whiz. So we spoke at the beginning about the quizzes that they will complete at the end of a book to check comprehension. But if they get 100% in 5 quizzes in a row, they will get the quiz whiz one. If they complete 8 100% quizzes in a row, they'll get the Smarty Pants badge. Complete 10 quizzes in a row, and they'll get the Streak by 10 one. The Streak by 15 one, the Streak by 20. And when they complete one reading level, so if they go for example, if they go from level K to level L, which will be the level that the teacher recommended. So for example, for Adam, I want him to get to level L. When he gets to that one level up, he will get this level up badge. This student, so if they go up 2 levels, they will get this badge. Up 3 levels, they will get this one here. And then here, if they record themselves reading 5 books, there's a record feature that you can use on this, where it will use the camera and the microphone from the computer to record the student reading. But if they do this 5 times, they will get the recording rockstar. Here, if they read 40 different books, they will get the superstar one. So here, if they can use favorite 5 different resources, they will get the high 5. Read or listen to one Spanish book. So if they go into a different language book, they will get one here. And so on. So they have lots of different badges here to keep your student motivated. And like I see it in my class all the time, once they start collecting the badges, they want to go ahead and collect all of the badges. So it's a lovely way to keep them motivated. Now, so we have looked at the reading room, we've looked at the level up, we've looked at the My Assignment, we've talked about messages, we've looked at My Stats, just about the different badges that they will get, and now we're going to have a look at the star zone. Now, when they come into the star zone, okay, so as I said before, they will collect stars for doing different tasks and for reading different books, okay, and they can choose to spend their stars here. So this really is the really nice part of the app for the students. Once they have collected all their stars, they always want to come in here and spend their stars, okay? So they can go here and they can do an avatar builder. So they can build their avatar builder here. So they can build their avatar here just by spending different coins and different stars that they have. So here, you can do lots of different things with your avatar. So you can, so for like 300, you can like give them a UNICEF box. You can give them something to travel on. You can give them a nice coat. You can give them a rake. So you can buy all of these things down here for the different number of stars. And there's lots and lots of different things that they can buy. So you give them sunglasses, like with a mummy with his sunglasses. You can give them a coat here. And this is a lot of fun for the students. They will really enjoy this part. So you can see there's like a wide selection, and there's lots of things for a small number of stars as well. Okay, so you give them a tail for 50 stars. Okay. You can keep going along, lots and lots of different things there. So it ranges like from 50 stars is generally quite the lowest. Some things are actually free as well. So you can actually give him a hat, glasses, and a nose for free. So the things generally go from 50 points up to about 400 points. And here and there are a few free things as well. Okay. So that's the avatar. They can dress their avatar. Then they can also go to the RAZ rocket. Now here, so they get to the RAZ rocket, okay? So let's find out what's happening with our RAZ rocket. It's the same kind of a concept though. You can also buy things for your rocket and so on with the stars and points that you have built up. Okay, sorry, I'm just waiting for this to load. My internet is just a little bit slow today. In the meantime, does anybody have any questions? Oh, actually, the reading room, or so sorry. This is the RAZ rocket, okay? So here you can see. And so there's lots of different things that they can do with the RAZ rocket here, okay? So they can move this around here. Now my thing is actually skipping a little bit, but it's just because it's something to do with the internet. But they can move them around here, and there's lots of different tasks that they can do here inside the RAZ rocket. And the students generally love completing these tasks here. Okay, let's go back to the star zone. Okay, so here we have our avatar builder, here we have our RAZ rocket. Now I didn't really get to explain much about the RAZ rocket because I couldn't get it to move there, but don't worry, the children will be able to figure that part out for themselves, because honestly, this is the really nice part about it. So they will love going into this section here once that they have their stars to spend. Now, so we have logged in as a child, and we have looked at what the child sees once he logs in, he or she logs in, and we've looked at the different sections. We've looked at reading room, we've looked at level up, my assignment, messages, my statistics, and the star zone. Does anybody have any questions?
Hello, good evening.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Thanks for your thoughts. I have a question about using this site on Smart TV, because my kid is still young, he's in KG, so we are open it together on the living room. I can't use the hearing icon. I don't know,
Okay.
is it working? Did you try it before on
Now,
Smart
to be honest,
TV?
I have never actually tried using it on a smart TV before, but that is something that I can find out more information for and contact you later on. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you
I'm
so
just
much.
not sure about smart TV.
Smart TV is gonna work. A smart TV is gonna work just like a browser. So as long as you have a browser on there, like Chrome or whatever browser you use, you should be able to log on to RAZ, just like Mr. Shane is logged on right now on his laptop.
Yeah, I enter already. I use it, but the listening, the part of listening, not reading or questioning, is not working. So I don't know the
What I'll do
question.
is I'll have the IT call you to see if we can help with the mic issues.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. What's your child's name?
Mervat, what is your
Okay,
child's
we'll get
name?
that after.
Okay, we're good.
Yusuf from KG 2.
Okay, thank you.
Yusuf
Thank you so
KG2.
much.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Now, is there any other questions that we can help you with? Okay, well, if nobody else has any questions, then I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it made things a little bit clearer for you. If you have any questions about anything in the future, you can always contact me. So my name is Shane McHugh, and I am a grade 4 teacher in Lee West School. So if you want, you can contact me, and I will try to answer any questions that you have.
Mr. Shane, I just
Yes.
have one question about the flight check. It shows in on Omar's iPad, there's one more icon, it's a flight check. So do we need to do anything about that?
No, you don't need to use that at the moment, okay? So that is a brand new feature, it's a brand new feature that has come out on it, and it's for special assignments. So if we're going to use it in the school, we will give you more information about it. Is that okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yes,
so you don't
thank
need to
you very
worry about that part
And,
just for now.
Okay, and I wanted to wish you a happy Teacher's Day.
Oh, thank you
all
very
the
much.
teachers in
It's
Lee
very
West
nice
School.
to feel appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, does anybody else have any questions? Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to leave the meeting there, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. Okay, please contact me if you have any more questions. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.